Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're in the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the...
Hey family, you are welcome to the Dixon's View. In today's video, AOC tries to corner Tom Homan. She was actually trying to be emotional instead of using her intelligent IQ in this debate. Let's have a watch of this video and see how Tom dismantles her thinking.
How did we get to this point? How did we get to this point where we take children out of mothers' and fathers' arms? And, it dated back, family separation in the way that we have seen it, where we take children away from their parents without due process, began last year under Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen. But I had to dig further, and our staff dug further. But where did this start within the administration? She implemented it, and we found a memo. Dates back to April 23rd of 2018, where there was an official recommendation to, quote, pursue prosecution of all amenable adults who cross our border, quote, illegally, even though this applied to legal asylum seekers in practice, including those presenting with a family unit between ports of entry in coordination with DOJ. Here is the memo that I would like to submit to the congressional record. And so I looked at this memo, and it seems like this is the source of it. And it seems as though, Mr. Homan, that you are the author. It says here from
Came with accusations.
yourself, Kevin Michalinen, and Francis Cisna. Is this correct? Did you sign the memo?
I'd have to see what you...
Yeah, give her a...
I'd be happy to provide it. And we'll provide it over, but I would like to note that here it says the official recommendation. There were 3 different options presented. The third included the option for family separation. This initiative would pursue prosecution of all amenable adults, including those presenting with a family unit. Mr. Homan, your name is on this. Is this correct?
Yes, I signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy.
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for...
Why is she just beating around the bush? Separation from the child and the parents, separation for this, from that. When you commit a crime, you are seen as a criminal and you have to face the law. So a separation would definitely occur. Why is she just trying to beat around the bush and push all the blame on Tom Homan for obviously coming and signing a paper? That is what our argument is about in this debate. Because I haven't seen anything she has said. Zero tolerance. Why is it so hard for her to comprehend the meaning? Go to Poland. Go and see what they mean by zero tolerance. They shoot any illegal immigrants that cross their border at sight because they have said it's zero tolerance. Why can't other countries emulate what Poland administration is doing? I'm not understanding AOC's argument in this Congress. Why is she still in Congress, for crying out loud? Because these arguments are just so... Oh my God.
Domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan, with
family.
all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum, you go through the...
Offensive that anybody would compare any federal employee, frankly, to someone who, the Gestapo or running Nazi concentration camps. That is very offensive. I have 15 seconds and I yield it to you.
Thank you for saying that. I wish somebody in Democratic leadership would say that out loud. Look, you want to know why there's 50,000 people in detention? You want to know why we have 1 million illegal entries in the United States? You want to know why we have these issues? Because you have failed to secure the border. You have failed to work with this president to close the 3 loopholes we've asked for 2 years to close. So if you want to know why this issue exists, you need to look in the mirror. You have failed American people for not securing the border and closing loopholes.
Mr. Homan, please respect the chair and the authority of the chair. The time of the gentleman has expired.
I've asked you politely to let me go beyond my time, and you let other people go beyond their time, but not to Tom Homan. He don't get to go beyond his time.
Mr. Homan, we have approved an agreement between the Republicans and the Democrats with the ranking member. We increased the time of one member of Congress who was interrupted by a protest. That is done with the approval of the ranking member. Please respect the chair's authority.
I respect the chair's authority, but the chair...
Mr. Homan!
You work for me. I'm a taxpayer. I'm a taxpayer. You work for me.
Ooh. Oh my God. Why was she so aggressive at the end? Like, you see the anger. When the points are valid, they get aggressive. That's just where I saw the end, and that was actually very hilarious. Why is it so hard for you guys to understand the meaning of zero tolerance? Zero tolerance means zero tolerance. It means no one is actually above the law. It means if you're doing things that are illegal, it will not be tolerated. That is the meaning of zero tolerance. And I'm surprised to see, as a politician, you don't understand the meaning of zero tolerance. She kept on roaming around and beating around the bush, keep insisting that Tom Homan has signed a paper which is in concern of a separation of kids and families. If you commit crimes, of course, there will be separation. So I don't know where these emotional arguments are coming from. What I see here is AOCs are obviously trying to cause a trending moment for herself at Congress, because I don't see her argument as anything at all. She wasn't actually making any valid points at all. When someone breaks the law, I repeat, when someone breaks the law, a separation would definitely happen, and there is no two-way about it. You break the law, you will be punished for your crime. You won't be with your families. So what are you actually trying to say? I don't get it. And seeking for asylum is a legal thing, but that is if you do it the legal way. It's not illegal for you to come out there and seek for asylum at all. It's not illegal, but when you do it the illegal way, that is when it becomes illegal. AOC in this video was just trying to be emotional. Yes, you can be emotional, but you need to use your brain. Crossing a border illegally is a violation to any country's laws. Is a violation to the laws in any country. No country should tolerate it. Look at the Poland administration, for example. Look at the way they have enforced a lot of laws to protect the orderliness in their country, to protect the borders in their country. Can other countries not implement this? When you are an illegal immigrant, you are an illegal immigrant. So there is no two-way about it. He claims that people that seek for asylum are not criminals. But when you do it the wrong way, when you come into another man's country illegally, you are already a criminal. That's just the way I see it. But she's not saying it that way. Her argument is separation this and separation that. Can you just be quiet for once and listen attentively? I loved how Tom handled each question so, quietly, without even screaming or shouting, but his points were valid. It's so embarrassing to watch Homan explaining to a sitting member of the Congress the right and the wrong. Being a politician, you should know the difference between the two, but I'm surprised she doesn't. Anyways, I love how factual Tom was throughout this video, and he dismantled a narrative. She was left embarrassed. Anyways, I want to know what you all think about this video. Till then, I'll see you in the next one. To this.